Tonight we report on why felony charges were dropped for a business owner who allegedly withheld evidence, and we take a look at Tuesday night's election results. What's going on in sports, Bob?
Thanks, Alan. Ephrata boys claim the CWAC title, and Quincy boys basketball ends their season on a high note. Here's a peek at our Weather Center forecast.
There is some rain in our forecast for this Valentine's Day weekend. I'll let you know just who may see some rainfall for this weekend just ahead with our extended forecast.
I'm Alan Troop, and we have all this and much more on Ifiber One News.
From the Ifiber One HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is Ifiber One News, your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is Ifiber One News, and it starts now.
Prosecutors dropped felony charges against a Moses Lake business owner because of the cost of transporting a witness. Prosecutors dropped one count of rendering criminal assistance in the first degree against John Robert Avens, the 56-year-old owner of Moses Lake Security. Charges are expected to be filed in Grant County District Court concerning the allegations. Deputy Prosecutor Ed Owens said the decision was made because to pursue felony charges against Avens, the prosecutor's office would have needed to pay travel costs for a witness who is not in the country. He said Prosecutor Garth Dano felt it was less expensive to file new charges in district court. The charges haven't been determined or filed yet. The case revolves around the robberies of the Hillstop gas station on November 10th and JR's Economart on November 11th in 2013. Moses Lake police sought video surveillance from a motel, and the owners agreed to provide it. Avens reportedly refused to turn the video over to police and later said the video was lost. 3 years after a fire destroyed Jake's Meats in Quincy, the new store is rebuilt and back open. Reporter Jeff Chu met with the owners and has the details.
A popular family kitchen, butcher shop, and grocery store near Quincy has literally risen out of the ashes of a devastating fire in September 2011. Jake's Meats, owned and operated by Alicia Conchola with the help of her sons Oscar and Charlie Perez, burned down in an apparent electrical fire. The fire destroyed the building and everything in it. Oscar, a graduate of Quincy High School who played sports there, recalled the deep loss to his mother, who spent much of her time at the store.
Oh, it hit us pretty bad, real bad. It just, they lost everything, you know? Everything was in here, like just all our, everything. And then we had, once the store burnt down, I was here too. And yeah, it just, we watched it all. We were right here on the side of the grass, and we just watched everything go into flames, everything drop. And yeah, it hurt my mom and my stepdad really bad, especially my mom, you know? She was the one that was here 24/7, and all her life was right here. And then yeah, once she wanted to come back in, you know, while the fire was still on, but they didn't let her. She said she had her stuff in here, all her personals, and well, she couldn't come back in, and she just had to watch it all fall down.
The happy ending to a once sad and traumatic loss for Alicia and her family came last week after 3 years of rebuilding and waiting. The store reopened, and Alicia is much happier these days.
Oh yeah, she's real happy now.
Today, Alicia's biggest concern is when she will again have the smoker to produce the store's homemade beef jerky. Oscar says the jerky is known all around the state. People are already asking for it, and they are told it will return soon.
And once we get that smoker in, we'll start getting just all that jerky and the sausages and all that stuff ready.
The store is now a little larger, more than 5,000 square feet, and it features a butcher shop and meat counter, a kitchen that serves Mexican food favorites, a walk-in beer refrigerator, specialty grocery items, snacks, even piñatas.
Just a bigger kitchen too. We have bigger scenes. It's just way more bigger now.
Jake's is a State Route 281 roadside stop about 4 miles south of Quincy en route to George. I'm Jeff Chu for Ifiber One News.
Perry New, Jr. was sentenced to 91 days in jail after helping to kidnap and beat a man he thought was a snitch. New, a 27-year-old Ifiber man, pleaded guilty to assault in the 4th degree in Grant County Superior Court. He was initially charged with robbery, kidnapping, and assault. The charges were dropped or lessened as part of a plea agreement. Prosecutor Garth Danos stated the prosecutor's office had problems getting witnesses to cooperate to allow them to proceed to trial. Judge Evan Spurline followed the attorney's recommendation and sentenced New to 91 days in jail. New took part in kidnapping and beating a man in September 2014 that he and 2 other men thought was a snitch. They accused the victim of being responsible for their methamphetamine supplier being arrested. And now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
Short break, we'll be right back.